Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sipniewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. And I know what you're thinking. Why are you covering the Andrew Tate arrest? Well, number one, he is a very beloved figure with the crypto bros. So I figured, you know what? Let me just talk about this. So Andrew Tate has been arrested in Romania along with three other people, one of them being his brother Tristan, for the alleged crimes of criminal enterprise, rape, and human trafficking. Now, let's just be real. Uh, Much like the United States justice system, Mr. Tate is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Okay. So right now, he is innocent. Um, Although he does brag about, using the lover boy method. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit. So he was arrested a few months ago, you may remember, for similar charges, but they did let him go a short time later. And he chalked it up to, you know what? I got swatted. It was a case of swatting, and they had to let me go because, my job is, this is my job. And I was swatted, so they had to let me go. Apparently, when they let him go, it really wasn't let go. They were building a case against Andrew Tate, Tristan, and these other two individuals who are now swept up in this case. When it comes to the rape and human trafficking, each one of those charges carries about 5 to 10 years. The criminal enterprise carries a heavier charge. That's a minimum of 10 years. So when they were arrested, they could be held for 24 days. But being that these guys have many different passports to different countries, they decided to put them under arrest for a complete 30 days. This way, they don't have a chance, because of their wealth, have a chance to travel to a country that doesn't have an extradition treaty with Romania, so that these guys cannot escape the long arm of the law. So, right now, like the United States, they do have a chance to appeal that 30-day arrest. So, they might be able to get out. They probably won't, but there is the chance that that does get appealed, and they will be able to go home. Now, when it comes to home, where are they going to go? Because we just found out today that his home in Romania has been seized, and his 11 cars have been seized as well. Obviously, the cars got taken to the police department. And the villa is just boarded up and shuttered up. They won't be able to use that when they leave jail. There is the chance that they can be further arrested, further held for 180 days. But I was watching an attorney from Romania who said that that is very unlikely. It is likely that they are going to be held for the complete 30 days, but the 180 days, probably not. They'll be able to work with their attorney to build their defense. And when it comes to Andrew Tate, he is going to have top G representation in the courtroom. So we can expect that it's going to be, just an elite team of lawyers on his side to help him work through these charges. So what was I talking about earlier when I was talking about the lover boy method? This is something that he is very publicly bragged about, that he will engage women online from, it could be other countries or other areas further away from him, where he talks about, I like you. Why don't you come see me? I will be your boyfriend. Like, he chats them up online, grooms them to be his girlfriend. They then travel to where he is. Now he's telling them, "You're so beautiful. I love you so much. Let's make money together." And he gets them in front of webcams. He turns them into webcam girls, where they're basically, I hate to say it, but he's prostituting them in front of a webcam. Now, these girls have gone over to him with the intention of being their girlfriend. They're not going over there to prostitute themselves, but they don't know this. And this is something that he's even once again, I will say, he's publicly bragged about, that 50% of the women who work for me were my girlfriends. I seduced them, got them over here. That was even the heading on his website, and that has since been taken down since his original arrest for trafficking. But that they have screenshots of everything this guy has ever said and done. So, when it comes to regrets, that very well could be one of them. Now, regarding that swatting incident, what happened was there was supposedly a young lady in the house who made a call to an ex-boyfriend of hers in the United States, who she was dating at the time that she was talking to Tate online. She left him to travel abroad to go be with Andrew Tate. Well, now she's a cam girl. So she reaches out to the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, and says, listen, I didn't want to do this, but he basically is forcing me now to be in front of this webcam and do this pornographic stuff in front of the webcam. So the ex-boyfriend didn't really know what to do. So he decided to alert no, I'm not going to, the embassy in Romania for the United States and say, listen, my girlfriend, who's a United States citizen, is being held there against her will for human trafficking. Like, they're making her work in front of a webcam and they're not giving back her passport. She's got no money to, like, this is a situation that you can find yourself in, unfortunately. If you travel abroad and somebody takes your passport from you, good luck getting out of the country. Good luck even proving that you're a United States citizen and that you can gain entry into the embassy. Like, it's very tricky. Once they have your passport, it's very difficult to escape these people. They're not going to give you money. It's not like they're going to give you a stack of cash and let you go kick around town. No, I'm not saying that this is what Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are engaging in, but the case is being built against them that they're human traffickers. Once again, I'll say he's innocent until proven guilty. So we have to see what happens after the 30 days, if they're going to be let go or if they're going to stay in jail. But when you look at this guy, he is a troll. He trolls social media all the time. It is his job to be as offensive as he possibly can be to women, because he knows that that is going to get him views, get him popularity with men, notoriety. His goal is to be rich and famous in any way that he can. And for a small fee of $50, you can enroll in his Hustlers University, where he can teach you how to be a pimp and, do drop ship businesses, and even run a cam girl business. Some of the equipment that Mr. Tate says that you will need to run a webcam business, obviously a woman is the first thing that he listed as a piece of equipment to run your webcam business. A woman. So all of this is disgusting, right? If you have a daughter or you have someone in your life that's a woman that you care about, can you imagine how horrifying that this is? They're talking to somebody online that they believe that they have fallen for. They travel abroad to go and meet with them. The next thing that they're doing is they're lured into this webcam, this horrible pornographic webcam thing. Like, it's terrible. I feel really bad for the women who fall for this. And in many cases, Tate and a lot of his followers say, you know what? Women need to take responsibility for their rapes. If they are in that situation, they need to take some responsibility for themselves, that they allowed themselves to be in that situation, in that position. And maybe some of you are watching and saying, yeah, hey, that stupid girl went over there. Yeah. So her fault. What? No. Wait, no. Nobody deserves to be enslaved and pimped out in front of a webcam or anything else ever. Nobody deserves that. Okay. People make mistakes. True, but that doesn't mean that they then deserve to get raped or they then deserve to be pimped out. That's gross. That's human trafficking and rape. And I know a lot of people have had a lot to say over the past year about human trafficking. They're very anti human trafficking until it comes to a situation like this, where it's somebody that they like and they're like, oh, well, that's not really human. No, that is the very definition of human trafficking. You're not allowed to pose as someone that is engaging in someone as a romantic figure to then lure them out of the country, only to them then turn them into a prostitute for your gain financially. That's where the criminal enterprise charges come in. And once again, I'll say all of this, is allegedly, because he is innocent until proven guilty. Although he has very publicly admitted to some of these things, I feel, right? Like the whole thing, yeah, I lure these chicks over and there's whatever. So listen, it's probably going to go to trial. Obviously, if he is found innocent, all of his goods, including his cars and his home, will be returned to him. But if they're found guilty, they will face the charges. The cars will be auctioned off, the home will be auctioned off, and there you go. So, it's scary to think that women do this. They do fall in love with people that they believe have the best of intentions, and then they travel abroad. I would never travel abroad to go meet anybody just because I'm a distrustful person at heart, and I was raised by a very distrusting European family. We're Polish. We weren't falling for any. My parents were like, listen, telling me since I'm 5 and 6, you're going to get chloroformed and pulled in a car somewhere. Like they've been lecturing this to me ever since I'm very, very young. And you know what? Maybe instead of wanting to protect kids so much, where you don't even let them watch certain movies because you're like, oh, it might upset them. Maybe sometimes you have to be just a little upfront about what reality is. And it's so unfortunate and unfair that you have to do this, but it's kept me safe. It kept me streetwise and safe because I've been hearing since I'm a young girl, look what can happen to you. Look what happened to Adam Walsh. That same thing can happen to you. You'll be chloroformed and dead and worse, like worse. Horrible things can happen to you. So I don't know how I got off topic there with the Andrew Tate thing, but it does go hand in hand. So, as women, let's be smart about who we give our time to online. Let's never leave the country to go meet a man because number one, you don't really even know who you're talking to. And especially if you're talking to Andrew Tate. I wouldn't go meet that guy, even if he sent not that he ever would for me, but like even if that dude said, hey, I'm going to send a private jet for you. No, not this Jersey girl. Never. Well, that's going to do it here for me today. If we do have any more information coming out about Andrew Tate, and I just can't even believe that there seems to be tweets coming out of his account. I'm sure it's not him. It's probably somebody that has his phone or has access to his account, and they're tweeting all this stuff to make it look like he's just willy-nilly tweeting. I'm sure it's not him. But we don't know for sure who's doing it. But and that's the situation with the arrest of Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan. Any other updates, I will keep you posted because I know how you guys love him. And once again, I will say he is innocent until proven guilty. And that's going to do it here for me today. I thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, please take care of yourself.